do stand-up poetry, as you all know. I do stand-up philosophy. And over the last year or so, you've been terribly kind while I've been outing some of my favourite texts, stopping them, giving them time out from their time in the libraries. But this year, I'm going to do something quite different. I'm going to summarise an argument, a philosopher, maybe an epoch of a philosopher's thought in under 3 minutes. Today, I'm doing mature Marx in 3 theses. The only thing I'd ask you to do is to forget everything you think you know about Marx. Most of the stuff you know comes from his early stuff, which is rubbish. Right. Marx in 3 theses. Thesis 1. Have you not noticed how weird this industrial revolution is of ours? Think for a second what we do. We liberate the secret powers in the earth. We call down the storm winds. We let loose the wild powers of atoms. We hook them into mighty machines. We set them up to be our slaves. And why? So that we can have new shoes, make ice cream, build telephones, talk incessantly to each other. Think for a second what we've done. We've let loose wild nature and set it as our slave to our most idle fancies and whims, our strange little desires. We've taken then our desire, our will, our whatever, and turned it into a mighty peer of nature to punch and punch and punch where it will. More than that, we have given it the right to pull out endless new desires. Be warned, future generations will crave and rage about things we cannot dream of. Thesis 2. And how on earth are we going to comprehend this world we have unleashed? How, I say, are we going to contain it in a mind that is Paleolithic, an authority structure that is Neolithic, a Bronze Age property structure? Can we contain it? And if we cannot, what blood are we going to spill? Both of our race and this world of ours. And what lack are we going to make in the heart of plenty? The dark and twisted heart of this capitalist utopia. Thesis 3. And how will we understand what we have done? How can we understand? Better, how will we understand our very failure to understand? What little lies are we going to tell ourselves, each like a sword of Oedipus, to poke out our eyes, blinding us from the truth? That we've set up our idle fancies, our mild cravings as Greek gods, to be as capricious as a god, to bleed the world as they see fit. Oh, my comrades! What revolution of spirit is going to save us from so dark a imagery? Marx, by the way, just before I go, if any of you find yourself on a train journey with about 2 hours to spend, read chapter 15 of Das Kapital. It's very well written. Marx is pretending to be Dickens. He has characters from Dickens, he has talking money, but much better than that. He spends the entire chapter on an on-running debate with somebody who's an economic guru of his time and sounds just like George Osborne. It is hilarious, biting and tragic. So can we have another round of applause for Marx? Because it will annoy Osborne, make it very loud.